The Formula 1 driver sponsored by Pablo Escobar. We've seen in the previous video that Pablo Escobar raced cars, more or less within the rules. Escobar, however, would stop racing cars and start sponsoring local racing drivers, such as Ricardo Londonio Bridge, nicknamed Cuchilla, or the Razor, a promising racing driver from Medellin who was shining in domestic stock car and motorcycle championships. They became good friends and Escobar started to sponsor Londonio Bridge. He moved to the USA and raced in the IMSA GT Championship, the 24 Hours of Daytona and the Can-Am Series with not too shabby results. In 1980 he moved to England to compete in the British Formula 1 Championship. He had a lot of money and he was, on paper, sponsored by the National Association of Coffee Growers. Damn, Colombian coffee must be expensive. Driving a Lotus 7080, he managed to get good results. Results that caught the eye of the Ensign F1 team, a struggling team who absolutely needed money. It was a no-brainer. Representatives from Ensign went to Colombia to discuss with the completely unrelated to the National Association of Coffee Growers. I would pay millions to see what the meeting looked like. How did our dear Ricardo perform in F1? Well, he didn't. Londonio Bridge could have taken part in the 1981 Brazilian Grand Prix, but he didn't. He didn't have a super license yet, but hoped to obtain it during the acclimatization session, a sort of free practice. Keke Rosberg, mad at him for some reason, practiced him, and due to the lack of experience, Ricardo Londonio Bridge went straight into him. Considering that he was the one who caused the crash, the FIA refused to give him the super license. Moreover, Benny Ecclestone double-checked his file and found links to a company in Medellin directed by a certain Pablo Escobar. So Mark Surer replaced him for the Brazilian Grand Prix. After that, Escobar never sponsored any racing drivers again and actually just disappeared from motor racing till his death in 1993. Londonio, on the other hand, will return to the king and will be assassinated in July 2009. Yeah, I wish the story had a happier ending. The whole story is absolutely absurd and I love it. It actually reminds me of the story of Randy Lanier, the guy who smuggled grass while racing in the Indy 500. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video about him.